A magnificent title to win. It's one of the big ones outside the slams. So what's the feeling of the coach only in that raw short time after her win?
Yeah, look, pretty emotional and pretty happy for Ash. I mean, she's put a lot of work in to get to this level and to string it all together and, end up with that sort of performance when she's tired and, struggled through here, I think is really good and really just holds her in good stead for, the rest of her career.
Just her ability to, rebound from that loss to Svitolina, which was such a tight match at Indian Wells, and it's the most emotional I've seen her. And this is a huge month where you've got to sort of back up and play two big premier mandatory events back to back. Testament to her character. Just tell us about that sort of lead-in period from Indian Wells to here for her to reset and try and focus on another title.
Yeah, look, it was a big loss for her. She, was looking forward to playing it and really set herself to put in a good performance, and she did, and she just didn't finish it off when she needed to, and she was pretty harsh on herself for that. And then we sort of switched off directly after it. We went through the match and talked about it, and then we went and played golf. So, and just forgot about it, and then started preparing for here and getting ready. I mean, she actually pulled up with a pretty sore foot. She's got an issue with her foot, and she actually struggled through the first round here. Wasn't sure she was actually going to play. So yeah, it's a big testament to her character, because even the other day with the rain delays and to stay as fresh as she was and to be up and ready it's a big change for her. So in the past, I think that might have been all too hard for her, and it would have pushed her to the brink, but she's sort of handled everything that's been thrown out of this tournament, which is great.
Just on today, it was at 2-2. Pliskova won 4-4 at US Open last year. Her first serve percentage was down early, but when the first serve went in, she certainly maximised the points, and then the first serve percentage certainly increased, and the 3 points she's able to get off her serve, I mean, she's almost, I think, doubled the ace count of Pliskova today, who's normally pretty active in that department. Just ticked so many boxes as that match went on.
Yeah, look, I think, it was important. I think early she got herself into points on Carolina's serve and really didn't finish those off, made a few unforced errors and got a bit frustrated and got behind, but then, really did a good job on her service games, and I think just exposing and moving Carolina when they're both tired, and she's a big girl and relies on winning points quickly. So for Ash to be able to sustain rallies out there and keep it going was really the key to getting the result in the end.
What's the bit you're loving? I mean, as an outsider looking in, I mean, you dissect and analyse and look at every part of it. As a tennis fan and tennis observer, I look at a player who it almost feels like, Craig, she's got a bit of invincibility out on court there. I know it's not that way, and this game is pretty brutal, but it seems like she's got every part of the game sort of covered, from strategy to her tactical nous, her ability to direct the ball, to redirect the ball, the variation. When you come away from a tournament like this, what are the things you sit down and actually really look at? Because you've always got to keep improving, but it's amazing what she's achieved and the level that she plays at.
Yeah, look, I mean, the best part about Ash is she's young, she's really pushing herself, she's extremely coachable, and basically every match we go through, it's about how she can match up against that particular player and try and develop and get her game to work best against her opponent. And I suppose against Petra here, Kvitova was probably, she'd never beaten her before, so that worked really well. We changed a few things and got Ash to do a few things differently, and it worked really well. It put her in a better position in the match, and I think there's also some areas that are really getting better for her that she's improved a lot.
How do you celebrate as a team? I mean, she's so matter of fact, isn't she? And almost very business-like. And there's that cheeky grin I just saw out there with the fans before, and she embraced that. But tennis players don't get a lot of time to celebrate. They sort of move on, and will she go home there for a few days and set for the clay? What's sort of the plan?
We're actually up in the suite having a few champagnes now, so she can party like the best of them. She's actually pretty good when it comes to celebrating. Yeah, look, she's going to go back and rest up, get her foot right, and then she's got to prepare for the Fed Cup semi-final in Brisbane. So she's not going to play Charleston next week now. So yeah, it's basically get home, get her body right, and get set for that.